All right, guys, we got more binomial theorems. You did so well in class today that we're going to expand it a little bit and do a little more stuff with it. What we're going to do today is we're going to find a certain term. The book calls it the K plus first term, and there's a big formula they use and have a big, remember that means NCR, and they get the A and the B and stuff like that. I'm going to give you a couple patterns here that you may not have noticed. I'm hoping you did notice them yesterday. Actually, let me show you this real quick. Let's say we have X plus Y to the, I don't know, fourth power. You know, from yesterday, we would do like, but that's X to the fourth. The second term is going to be 4x cubed Y. Next term, you do the NCR, 6x squared Y squared. We keep going like that. Okay, now here's what I want you to notice. One pattern that we didn't point out yesterday, that's a huge one, and it's really we didn't need it yesterday, but we'll need it today. That is this. If you look at the second term, the Y, if you look at the Y's, the second part of your parentheses here, the exponent on the Y is always one less than the term you're looking at. That sounds complicated, but like right here, this exponent is 2, but that's the third term. This exponent's 1, but it's the second term. The next term here is going to be xy cubed, so the exponent's going to be 3, and it's the fourth term. So the second exponent is always 1 less than the term you're looking at. And don't forget your exponents, we talked about this yesterday, your exponents always have to be your main exponent. Okay, so if you know those two things and you know how to do NCR, you can do this lesson. I'm just going to show you 2 examples of how to do it. It's going to be a short video. It's 2 examples, and then that's going to be done. So I hope you get it after 2, and if not, we'll work on it tomorrow. All right, here it says, find the 5th term of the expansion of that, of 2x minus 5y to the 6th power. That's the 6th power, but you have a hard time seeing that. So here's what I know. I know I'm going to have a 2x in a parentheses. I know I have a 5y in a parentheses, and I know I've got some coefficient that goes out here. Now, the other thing I need to make sure I know is because I'm looking for the 5th term, this exponent is going to be 4, and that exponent is going to be 3. Sorry, it's going to be 2. Wow, it's going to be 2 because 4 plus 2 is 6, not 4 plus 3. That was a great moment for me right there. Okay, to find the coefficient, I'm always going to do NCR, and we talked about this yesterday. N is the main exponent, which is 6. R, you can pick either one of the exponents you want to between 4 and 2. Now, I'm going to pick 2. It doesn't really matter. 6, if you punch in 6C2, you're going to get 15. One more thing you got to think about. There's a minus sign in here. And remember yesterday we talked about the pattern. It always went plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. Well, that means your even terms are negative and your odd terms are positive all the time. And since this is the 5th term, it's going to be positive 15, so you don't have to worry about the negative anymore. So I'm just going to punch this in the calculator. I'm punching in 15 times the 2 squared, don't forget the 2 squared, times the 5 to the 4th power. When you punch all that in, you get 37,500 x squared y to the 4th. Now guys, that is just the 5th term. You don't have to write all those out just to find the 5th term. If they ask you for a certain term, you can just tell them what the 5th term is, just like we just did. Okay, I'm going to show you one more a little quicker. This one says find the 8th term of that expansion. And I have 3x in one parentheses, 2 in the other. Now, it's asking for the 8th term, which means my second exponent is 7. Remember, the second's always 1 less, which means my first exponent is 3. I need to find my coefficient. I'm going to do NCR, so I'm doing 10C, and it's your choice, 10C3 or 10C7. I'm punching it in right now, and I got 120. Now, it also has a minus sign in there, and remember we just talked about the odd terms are positive, the evens are negative, so that's a negative 120. I'm just going to punch all it in. Negative 120 times 3 cubed times 2 to the 7th power. Gosh, it's a big number. Negative, actually a very small number. Messed it up. Negative 414, 720. Negative 414,720 x cubed. And that's it. There's the 8th term. So basically, we're going to review tomorrow. We'll do a couple like we did yesterday, just to keep you in the mode of doing those. And then we're going to find some individual terms, and that's going to be our day. So look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Goodbye.